In the dawn of time, after the great flood washed the world clean, humanity was a single, sprawling family. We journeyed from the east, a vast caravan of hopes and dreams, and found a wide, fertile plain in the land of Shinar. Here, under a vast, open sky, we decided to build our home. In those early days, our hearts beat as one. We spoke a single language, a beautiful melody of shared understanding. Every thought, every feeling, every idea was instantly understood. There were no strangers, only brothers and sisters. Laughter echoed across the fields as we worked together, our hands joined in a common purpose. We planted crops, built homes, and our community flourished, a vibrant tapestry woven from a single thread of unity. Life was simple, and it was good. One evening, as the sun painted the sky in hues of orange and purple, a new idea sparked, brighter and bolder than any before. A charismatic leader, his eyes gleaming with ambition, stood before the gathered crowd. "Come," he declared, his voice ringing with passion, "let us build ourselves a city and a tower with its top in the heavens, and let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be dispersed over the face of the whole earth." The crowd roared in approval. The idea was intoxicating. A tower that could touch the clouds, a monument to our strength, our ingenuity, our unity. It would be a beacon, ensuring our name would never be forgotten, a symbol of our power that would echo through the ages. We would no longer be just a tribe on a plain. We would be the masters of our own destiny, reaching for the stars themselves. The very next day, the work began. The land of Shinar had no stone, but we were clever. We learned to mold the rich clay of the plain into bricks and bake them in fiery kilns until they were as hard as rock. We used bitumen, a sticky black tar, for mortar, binding the bricks together. The construction site was a symphony of creation. The rhythmic thud of hammers, the scrape of trowels, the shouts of encouragement, all blended into a single song of progress. Day by day, week by week, the tower grew. It climbed steadily, a testament to our shared will. Children would watch in or as their parents hoisted massive loads, their muscles straining, their faces set with determination. The tower became the center of our world, the first thing we saw at dawn and the last thing we saw at dusk, a constant reminder of our grand ambition. But as the tower grew taller, something within us began to change. Our unity, once our greatest strength, slowly curdled into pride. We looked at our creation, its shadow stretching further across the plain with each passing day. And we saw not a symbol of our community, but a monument to our own greatness. "Look what we have built," we'd boast. "No one has ever achieved such a feat surely. We are like gods." Humility was forgotten, replaced by a dangerous arrogance. We began to believe that there was nothing we couldn't do, no limit to our power. Our focus shifted from building a home to building a legacy of our own making. Amidst the chorus of self-praise, one voice urged caution. An elder, his face lined with the wisdom of many years, gathered the people. "My children," he pleaded, his voice raspy but firm, "what is this we are doing? We build this tower to make a name for ourselves, to reach the heavens. But we forget who gave us the heavens. We forget who gave us this life, this land, this ability to create. This path is paved with pride, and pride is a stone that will trip the mightiest among us. Let us be content with the earth we have been given." But his words were like whispers in a hurricane. The people, drunk on their own success, laughed him off. "Old man," they jeered, "your time has passed. This is a new age, an age of man." They turned their backs on his wisdom, their eyes fixed once more on the sky and on their tower. The tower was nearly complete. Its peak pierced the clouds, a man-made mountain of brick and hubris. We stood at its base, marveling at our work, our hearts swelling with triumph. This was our masterpiece, our defiance against the vastness of the universe. But then, it happened. A strange energy, like a gentle hum, began to ripple through the air. It wasn't loud or violent, but it was pervasive, unsettling. A faint, golden light seemed to shimmer down from the heavens, bathing the tower in an ethereal glow. Suddenly, a mason turned to his partner, gesturing for more bricks, but the words that came out were nonsense, a jumble of sounds his friend had never heard. The friend replied, confused, but his own words were equally alien. Panic flickered in their eyes. A woman called to her child, but her voice was a foreign melody, and the child stared back, uncomprehending. The single, beautiful language that had bound us together was gone. In its place was a cacophony of new tongues, a chaotic babble of confusion. The symphony of construction shattered into a dissonant roar. Chaos erupted. The work ground to a halt. Communication, once effortless, was now impossible. A simple request became an insurmountable challenge. Frustration mounted, turning quickly to anger and suspicion. Fights broke out over misunderstood gestures. The trust that had been the bedrock of our society crumbled in minutes. People who had been friends their whole lives now looked at each other as strangers, their familiar faces contorted by a language they could not decipher. The tower, once a symbol of unity, now stood as a monument to our division, a silent witness to our downfall. We were a broken family. Defeated and disillusioned, we had no choice but to abandon our great project. The unfinished tower stood forlornly on the plain, a stark reminder of our shattered pride. We began to drift apart, seeking out the few others who spoke as we did. Small groups broke away from the great crowd, forming new tribes based on new languages. We scattered across the face of the earth, just as the leader had feared, driven apart by the very thing we built to hold us together. Each group carried with it the memory of a time when all of humanity was one, and the painful lesson of what had been lost. And so, the Tower of Babel was left to the wind and the rain, its story becoming a legend whispered from generation to generation. It taught us a profound lesson, that true strength lies not in reaching for the heavens to make a name for ourselves, but in the humility of working together on the ground we are given.